Breaking news right now. Emilee Rauschenberger and her 5 kids and husband have left Gaza. They crossed the border into Egypt after being stuck in the war zone for weeks. Emilee and her children are Americans, and Wink News is first to bring you the story of their attempts to get out of Gaza as the war started. Hello, I'm Russ McCaskey.
And I'm Amanda Hall. Emilee's father, John Rauschenberger, lives here in Bonita Springs. John has worked day and night to get his family home safe. He's gotten help from the likes of Congressman Byron Donalds and others in the U.S. government. Wink News reporter Claire Gauld was reporting the story the whole time, staying in contact with the family. So Claire, where are Emilee and her family right now?
Amanda, they are either on a bus to Cairo or they just arrived at a hotel there. This is after a long, desperate wait to get out of Gaza. Now, I first told you about Emilee Rauschenberger, her husband, and their 5 kids when Emilee's dad reached out to me for help. And it was John who called me moments after he heard his family was safe.
I got another very short snippet phone call from my daughter.
It was only 45 seconds, but it was the best darn 45 seconds of John Rauschenberger's life.
Dads are not supposed to cry, but my voice cracked a couple times.
His daughter Emilee called, this time with happy news. She, her husband, and their 5 kids are out of Gaza.
I didn't get the details how they pulled it off or what they did, but they're out, they're safe.
And almost immediately, the family of 7 hopped on a bus.
The kids could lay down in the seats and sleep. They're on a bus to Cairo, and they'll be they're on a British bus, believe it or not. And the British UK is putting them up at the Marriott Hotel in Cairo tonight.
Finally, a safe night's sleep after 26 days and nights of terror.
We're just ecstatic, and again, can't thank you, Claire, for all the help you've done to put this out. You were the epicenter of it all. You helped us get the first story out and draw attention.
John, who lives in Bonita Springs, came to me a couple of days after Hamas attacked Israel, hoping media attention might help his family. He tried the Biden administration and our congressman and told me he got nowhere. The results were almost instantaneous. Suddenly, the world knew about the American woman and her 5 children, and how they got trapped in Gaza while visiting her husband's family olive tree farm. And for close to 4 weeks, they bounced from shelter to shelter, dodged bombs, stood in bread lines for hours, and prayed the mule pulling the water jug came that day.
This goes to show you the power of prayer and the power of persuasion.
They kept John, me, and the world informed thanks to spotty FaceTime calls and text messages.
This is one of my twins, Zaid.
Wednesday, an international news crew even shot video of them waiting in line at the border. Now that they've crossed into Egypt,
They'll be going back to their home in in Manchester, probably flying to Heathrow. I hope to show up with their early Christmas presents and my 3 suitcases, and then we'll work on their plans of immigrating to the U.S. By this next spring.
As for John,
I'm going to have a scotch on the rocks tonight here in Florida.
Oh, can't blame him for
No,
that.
you can't. I think so many people, him obviously very concerned about him. I think
Yeah.
a lot of people were concerned, and it's so glad that they are okay.
Yes.
We were concerned.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so when are you going to talk with the family again?
Hopefully tomorrow, that is the plan, and we are going to talk about everything. We are going to talk about what it was like at the border, the wait, and also just how strong Emilee has been. She really has been a figure for her husband and for these children. She's had to keep them calm and keep them, happy this entire time.
And when you had that one FaceTime call with them, they were so upbeat.
They were.
The kids, they all seem like they're in good spirits.
That's the beautiful thing about children, right?
Resilient.
They're so resilient. Yeah.
And that had to bring her spirits up too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, Claire, thank you so much.